Hello everyone, and welcome back to week 5 of the VDL, where we play ThatCommonBoi and his team, the Salt Lake Garganacls. He is a very good team. He has the Terrakion of legend that everyone seemed to also want in the draft, and that thing is probably the biggest threat to a team in all honesty. But anyway, let's get into the team. Firstly, we have Poseidon the Empoleon holding the leftovers. This is a very specially defensive Empoleon. We have Flash Cannon, Ice Beam. I didn't really think we needed an offensive water move. Especially since if Primplop comes, that's going to be just walling us anyway, so there was no point. And Grossknot doesn't do too much to it anyway. Haze is because this thing is really specially defensive because we want to stop a Galarian Moltres setup kind of scenario. And we have Ice Beam to hit it. And then we have Flip Turn to just slow pivot out. We have a little bit of speed on this, enough speed to outspeed a camera up that's trying to speed creep us. Then next we have Aphrodite the Gardevoir holding Assault Vest. I think we're max speed F, max special attack modest on this. So really offensive, but very specially defensive as well. This is another thing that could potentially stop that Moltres and can also swap into things like Hatterene. We are Trace, so we can steal things like Magic Bounce or even maybe Berserk from a Moltres. We have Future Sight, which just does a lot of damage and can also scare in something like a Moltres, and we can Moonblast it on the switch in when it's trying to come in and absorb that Future Sight. We have Mystical Fire to hit Fortress and also to just lower special attack on things like Hatterene and Moltres while they try and set up. And Vacuum Wave is for a little bit of priority. We do like 30% to a Terrakion as well, so if that thing is like chipped but is fully trying to sweep us, we can stop that in its tracks. Flamigo is Sky Plate and Scrappy. We are only Brave Bird because he does not have a flying resist on his team. And then we have Roost, Bulk Up, Agility. If we can get a Bulk Up, we do so much damage to his team. And if we get an Agility up, we can outspeed something. I think we have enough speed to outspeed a max speed Choice Scarf Terrakion. So we can really outspeed and really break through a lot of things. Especially because then we also have Roost for a little bit of recovery. I was considering Taunt, but I ended up going with Roost. I think the recovery is just a little bit better than the ability to stop like Fortress setting up hazards, because we have a really solid way to remove it that I'll show later. Demeter, the Vileplume with Citrus Berry. This is max HP, max defense. This thing is here to stop a Choice Band Terrakion. We take like 55%, get our Citrus Berry, and then can Strength Sap it, or just slowly whittle it down. Both Strength Sap and Toxic, obviously, we don't mind if they're bounced by Hatterene. And then we have Giga Drain, just put a little bit more healing in front of something like Terrakion. And Sludge Wave is just damage in front of Hatterene, in case we need to just finish that thing off. Vex Ball, obviously, if Terrakion is hitting us, we can potentially get a status on it, which would really help in dealing with it. Galvantula is Heavy Duty Boots. This is probably our lead. Second week in a row we're leading Galvantula. Hopefully this goes better than last time. We are Webs, but obviously we do struggle a bit with if he's bringing the Hatterene. So we are Infestation. The plan is that if he does have Hatterene, we just want to click Infestation turn 1. Because he's either going to be swapping in the Camerupt or the Hatterene. Hatterene kind of obviously bounces back the webs. The Infestation can allow us to trap it in, and then we can kill it off with Thunders and then just set up our webs afterwards. Galvantula is very fast. The only thing on his team that outspeeds this is Max Speed Terrakion can creep it. And I think the Frostlass is faster, but I don't think it can one-hit Chaos with anything, even if it's like a offensive Life Orb set. Next, we have Air Balloon Flashfire Hephaestus the Colossal, which can potentially just completely wall a Camerupt and stop that thing setting up hazards with Rapid Spin. We could get our own rocks up, which are really good this matchup. Will-O-Wisp is for things I want to swap in, like Terrakion or Fortress, or yeah, and maybe potentially we could Magic Bounce off Hatterene the Flashfire and maybe scare him into thinking we have a strong fire move. Scald is here because after a Rapid Spin, even a really specially defensive Camerupt should die to a Scald. And we're max special attack, so yeah, we needed a lot of investment to kill the Camerupt, but I think it's worth it to really catch him off guard and kill it in that way. So yeah, that's the team for week 5, and I will see you lot in the battle. Hello everyone, and welcome to our week 5 battle against ThatCommonBoi and his team, the Salt Lake Garganacls. I am kind of nervous about this one. I mean, the matchup looked good for us, but I mean, it's been a few days since I looked at the team, so I didn't want to make any mistakes. And let's see what he has. We're going to see Camerupt, which I did expect Swalot. Let me see what I expected. Camerupt, Terrakion, Hatterene, Fortress, Swalot, Moltres. Oh wow, this is exactly the team I expected. So, yeah, good so far. I believe I wanted to lead Galvantula, and the idea was to Infestation Trap, if I'm remembering correctly. Worst case scenario is Terrakion, just because I think we're exactly the same base speed at 108. We are max speed, so if he's not scarfed, it would be a speed tie. But I don't want to risk me just getting KO'd, especially since I'm not Sash. But yeah, we're just going to lead Galvantula. Pull up Galvantula in the calc, and we'll see what he leads. I mean, the plan with this is kind of, I believe, to trap it with Infestation, the Hatterene coming in. If I'm remembering correctly, let's see what he leads. Apollo! He has his own Apollo! Okay. I mean, our Flamingo's also called Apollo. So we have it here straight away. We could just Volt Switch out into... What is my designated swap into this? I think it was Aphrodite. I mean, he's probably going to Mystical Fire on me. Do I just go Poseidon early doors off a Volt Switch? I don't see the reason not to. Volt Switch should do like 30% if he's max HP. I don't see a reason not to just click this early. We're going to see how much this does. That looks about max HP damage, so he's probably more physical defensive. I mean, we just go Empoleon here, right? There's no reason not to. I mean, Mystical Fire is doing like 15% if he has no investment, so I don't mind just going here. He does just click Psychic. I don't want to see this. He brings us down to 360, so 4. He did 54 damage with the Psychic. Psychic, 54. That looks like a high roll. It looks about no investments. That's fine. There is no Prinplop as well, which means that we are in a great position. We're just going to click Flip Turn. I mean, we're probably faster than this, but does he want to stay in here? His swap into this is probably like Fortress or something. Let's see, we're just gonna Flip Turn. He does stay in. Crazy. And how much did I do with the Flip Turn there? I did like 13%. Yeah, that looks like... Yeah, it looks like max HP, near max defense. We could go Aphrodite here. If he's clicking Psychic, I don't mind. God of War should take absolutely nothing from his clicks. We're going to steal his magic bounce. If he does click a status move here, it's going to get bounced back. He goes to the Nuzzle and does paralyze us. I mean, we don't have any speed on this, so I don't mind that at all. Do we just throw up a Future Sight? He does have the Moltres. What does he want to swap into me? Probably the Fortress. I don't mind Mystical Firing this. We'll do like 25% if he stays in. And, I mean, are we slower than this? We probably are slower than this after the Nuzzle, but I don't mind potentially catching anything. Yeah, like, he doesn't want to go into his Terrakion here, right? I'm just going to Mystical Fire. He does withdraw into what? Umbreon. Who the hell is Umbreon? It's the Camerupt! Okay. We're going to do like 5% to this. I'm going to drop its special attack. Mystical Fire. That looks a bit defensive because we should do like 16%. Let me double check. We did like 10%. That looks more max special attacks. This thing's probably specially defensive. We're just going to go into the Camerupt like we planned. Yeah. If he wants to set hazards, he wants to set hazards. As long as he doesn't click a rock move here, we're fine. Because that will break our balloon. But otherwise we can... I'm hoping he just sets hazards. But he probably doesn't want to set hazards in front of my magic bounce. Maybe I could have stayed in. Earth Power Fire Blast would have done like 30. Wouldn't have done much. But we are going to float on our balloon. And what's he going to click? He's going to click Heavy Slam, which is... He's physical. Okay, 395. Colossal Heavy Slam. He did what? 24, 29. That looks like no physical investment. In terms of the speed calc, he would be faster than me. Do I make that double out? Do I die to an earth power here? Without my balloon. This is popped. It's an aspect. Yeah, we die. This is tough for now. I'm just gonna go Flamigo, see if he has the move. He does have EQ, so he's like no investment. He's like fully Spadef though. So Flamigo into a Cameron. Wait, what? 252 Skyplate, Flamigo Bravebird was 248 HP. Oh, that's no defense. We saw he did like 10% earlier, so that tells me that he's probably Spadefy. Is he Will-O-Wisp here? Earthquake Heavy Slam. This thing definitely learns it, but does he click it? He's clicked his move immediately, which tells me he probably is Will-O-Wisping here. I'm going to make the play to Poseidon here, because we sped crept this camera. And we know he's like super Spadefy, so yeah. We're just going to go Empoleon. I don't see a world in which he clicks a ground move here. He does make the double. Okay. Into Ooey Gooey, which is his Swalot. I think this thing learns Earthquake, so that would do like half, like under half to me. Flip turn does... what's this thing's base speed? 55. So it's a little bit faster than me, but we do have a little bit of speed, so if it's not speed invested, we do outspeed this. I do want to see what kind of set this is. How much does Flamigo do to this, out of curiosity? Bravebird, if he's max HP, does 68. If he's max HP, max defense. That is 52.2, so we're just going to flip turn. We're just going to see how much this does. Should do about 10% if he's just max HP. It's a little bit annoying that... Okay, let's see. That looks about 10%. So yeah, this looks about max HP. The way he went into this probably tells me that this is his answer to Flamigo. He's free kicking EQ. I don't see a poison move coming out. It's the knockoff. So we lose our Skyplate here. 325 to 286. This is my Flamigo. If he's 252 attack into me, he would do... How much did he do? 25... 39. So he's not max attack. I do want to get rid of my Skyplate here. I'm going to put a Skull Fossil. I'm just going to bulk up, I think, if he's physical. It's Thunder Wave. Okay. I'm going to agility here. Hopefully we can get this off. Then we should be back to normal speed. But for now we are halved to about 130. He's just going to gunk shot us once again. That brings us down to 186. We've gotten good things that he cannot poison us anymore. And we can agility to get faster. And now I think we bulk up one more time. Or do we agility again? I'm going to roost. Do we roost? I want to have a look at that gunk shot damage. Went from 280. We did exactly 100 with that. That's definitely not max attack. Is that like 0? That did very, very little. Gunk shot. Yeah, that did very, very little. I'm just gonna roost him. If he's only doing 100 to us. Yeah, 100 again. Exactly. I'm gonna bulk up one more time. Obviously, we could get paralyzed, which would make this a little bit annoying here. 2 paras. But he could also miss gunk shot. That's only, what? 2. We know this thing's full moose at least. I think there's some sort of boosting item because that knockoff did a little bit more than I expect. We saw psychic from this, and we do get fully powered, which is really annoying. Does he miss a gunk shot? No. That's 99 that time. We're gonna roost now. Camera up showed heavy slam plus earthquakes. That thing's physical. He's gonna double out of here into Hot Topic, which is the Galarian Moltres, which might be faster than us now for our regular speed of 260. Moltres. Gala would be faster than us. Although, he might think it's a speed time. I mean, my swap into this is always Poseidon. 2. Let's see what he wants to do. He wants a Hurricane us, okay. Down to 299 from 362. Doesn't get the 362 to 299 is 63 damage. With the Hurricane. 63 looks like about max special attack modest. I need to start playing a bit quicker, I think. There's no resist. I mean, I can just flip turn it, right? Or I can just ice beam, start ice beaming. I'm gonna ice beam once, yeah. This should do about 36.1. I think he is max speed. He could be AV, that could be an option. He could be like U-turn, I think this thing gets U-turn. So Flamingo's paralyzed, which is obviously annoying, but so is God of War, isn't it? With off the nuzzle. So we are getting a bit status, which is annoying. We're kind of learning what his team is. Hurricane. He does nasty plot. We're gonna hit him with an ice beam. We're not gonna do too much. And we're not gonna freeze. How much does a fiery raft do at +2? Should do a good chunk to us, but we are just gonna haze these boosts away in case he gets greedy and goes for the agility. There is the agility. That's what this set was made for, to stop this thing setting up. So we've seen he has to have the dark move, right? So we're gonna see agility plus nasty plot. Agility plus nasty plot. Dude, I do want to have a quick look at that ice beam damage. If he's no investment, it should do 36.1. He's sitting at just about 65-ish. It looks like he might have a little bit of investment, but not too much. If he's expecting an ice beam now, he might go to Terrakion or Fortress. I might flip turn here. Yeah, I am gonna flip turn. Because he's thinking about this one. Flip turn will do about nearly 20%, which could give him a berserk boost. It's definitely slower, so he's going to go potentially to +3 here, which is very scary. We're going to see Gardevoir though. Oh, he's Citrus. Okay, good to know. +3 Hurricane to 70.5 if he is max special attack modest. Moonblast will do 84.7. So this may come down to whether we get paralyzed or not. We're going to trace Berserk. We're just going to Moonblast here. And we're just going to hope we don't get that 25% chance to get paralyzed. He Fiery Wrath's looking for the flinch as well, which is actually really bad. There's a very high chance that he gets this, and now we're in big trouble. He does not! Let's go! It is dead. Let's go. Beautiful. And we're +1. He doesn't know that. We have Vacuum Wave. He knows we're super AV, though. We do get the first KO. So we are going to get that first KO, and that thing is dead. It's a huge threat, but we took so much damage on our Gardevoir. If he goes Terrakion, that'd actually be really nice. Because, yeah, we'll chunk it, I think, with a Vacuum Wave. At +1. We'll do, like, half of its HP if it's not invested on the Terrakion. It's Umbreon, the Camerupt. Paralyze. We're 98 speed versus a Camerupt. This thing would be faster than us. And could just click Heavy Slam. Vacuum Wave would do about a quarter. Is that worth risking getting damage on this thing? I think it is worth getting the damage off while we can get it. We are paralyzed, which is unfortunate. Does he just go straight for the Heavy Slam? He goes for the Trailblaze. Very, very interesting. Oh, we could have just Future Sighted there. We're gonna Vacuum Wave again, get our chip. If he wants to do it again, that's fine. Empoleon versus not Earth Power. Earthquake. Earthquake would never kill my Empoleon. Oh yeah, that's super Spadef. The only problem is our only click into it is Empoleon's Flip Turn, which does do 80%, which with the Vacuum Wave would kill. We're basically at full HP, so unless, even if he's like somehow 252, he would have, it would be a really low roll to kill us. So we're just gonna Flip Turn. Or do we haze? No, we're just gonna Flip Turn out. Do not Terror. I watched a match yesterday where someone accidentally lost to a Terra. I think it wasn't in this league, it was in PDUDL. But yeah, so I don't want to repeat that mistake. Earthquake does come out. He is not going to kill us, and we're just going to get a huge Flip Turn here, which is not going to KO. Okay. That has shocked me. I'm just going to go into my Flamigo now. He's at max, like, he's like really speedy, then he could be at like around 300 speed. Is my Galvantula faster? Should I have gone there? It probably would have been, but I wouldn't have been able to hit it with anything other than Infestation, so that wouldn't have been a good play. Maybe Vileplume was the play. Yeah, but I don't really want to take that damage. I think I should just kill this with a Brave Bird, so we're going to click it. He does Flare Blitz, so he might even kill himself here. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. So he will fall to his own recoil. And Brave Bird, honestly I prefer to be paralyzed just to show it. And we do get paralyzed. We might just have to sack Flamigo here, because I'm looking at his team. And both of these two were like trying to outspeed us. Swallow is a little bit chipped. We know he doesn't really do much to us. Hatterene was chipped, I'm pretty sure, quite a bit. Terrakion has not hit the field. I think this is the Terrakion, yep, there it is. We're just going to go for the Brave Bird now. We're just going to look at this thing. If he's like banded, he would kill us with Stone Edge anyway. Brave Bird does do huge chunk to him if he's not offensive. I do want to see the item. Maybe potentially shows like a Life Orb or something. I mean, if he's not defensive, this will do so much damage. Oh, that's with the Sky Plate. It will still do like 66 to 80% if he's not invested. I mean, he cannot sub freely here, but he might go for it anyway, which would be quite scary. This is a very even match so far, but this thing terrifies me. He's going to go straight for the Stone Edge. Okay. Kind of preferred if that crit me. Vileplume should take this Stone Edge, even if he's banded. This is our go-to swap into this. And we have the Citrus Berry, even if he is banded. I mean, his swap-ins are quite obvious at this point. Everything on his team except the Hatterene is physical. So I might Strength Sap here. I'm going to Strength Sap and see what he wants to do. If he subs, that's such a good play. If he goes Swalot, that's fine by me. Golden Hour. So that is the Fortress. If this thing was offensive, it's at -1 now. Oh, it's Clear Amulet. Okay, that's really good to know. I've lost my fire moves. Wait, do I have good ways to beat this now? Am I going to lose to this if this is offensive? Thunder does... Oh, no, wait. I've not got the right Pokemon up. We know he is... This could be like Iron Defense, which Thunder does 55 to a very Spadeffi Fortress. We could go try and Will-O-Wisp this with Hephaestus. I don't know if we're faster. I mean, yeah, he would be faster than us. And we don't have our thingy intact. I mean, we definitely have to swap here. I'm just going to go Hephaestus. Hephaestus feels like the weakest link right now. He spikes. Okay, good to know. But he is that Clear Amulet, which makes me feel like he might be offensive. How bad are spikes to me right now with boots? Empoleon doesn't really like them, since that's chipped. Demeter doesn't really like them. I will just go for the Will-O-Wisp. I kind of wish I had a fire move now to benefit from this whole magic bounce flash fire thing. He does withdraw. Is it into the Hatterene? Ooey gooey, that's Swallow. We could get a burn on this, which would be really nice. Yes, we do, which is lovely. So this thing isn't as much of a threat anymore. Is he like Lumberry? Doesn't look like it. We could spin away the rocks right now. We could go for the Scald, predicting him. I'm gonna... he does have EQ, that's the thing. But how much does EQ do to me if I'm, like, burned? If he's burned, I mean, not me. This is so tough because Swallow doesn't have a set in the calc. without my air balloon. 60.3, so I don't mind throwing off one Scald here. He does just EQ. Yeah, that does nothing. That probably scares him from going to Terrakion. How much does he do to Poseidon? Let me just actually put in the button. EQ does 21.3, which would not kill me. But it's just... What does it offer me? It hits Hatterene and potentially this thing. So I do think it's still worth keeping this around. Do I want to spin away those rocks? I think I do. He's just going to EQ again. He is doing about 100. Do want to have a look at the Colossal again without my balloon. EQ. He's not max attack. Oh, he's E-Citrus? He is going to show me a Citrus Berry. Okay. I think this is worth keeping around for Fortress. I'm just going to go to Meter because we can quite easily strength sap this now. Especially since we know it's not a Clear Amulet or anything. This probably baits in his Fortress again. He's just going to EQ. Imagine if I was a sunny day weather ball set. No. This feels like it kind of baits in Fortress. Do I want to go into Galvantula here? I think I do. Boots aren't as important right now if we do get them knocked off. I think he might go into the Fortress here. If he goes Terrakion, great play, because it just feels like I'm going to spam Strength Saps on this. I think I am faster. No, I'm not. He doesn't knock off my boots, that's fine. That will give him more reason to set up hazards in the future. How much am I doing to this? I'm doing like half of the Thunder, if this is no investment, which I think it's probably like 252 HP. Which would mean I'm doing like 40%. Is there a swap into Thunder at this point? There really isn't. But I could just Volt Switch and see what he wants to do. On the off chance he thinks I'm setting up webs here. I do not want to be in front of Terrakion, is the thing. I need to have a look at how much Empoleon's doing with a hit. Flash Cannon's doing 26 to this. Because if I could kill this off with Empoleon, that'd also be nice. Because we do have a bit of speed investment on Empoleon to outspeed the Camerupt, which is dead now, but yeah. He does stay in. Do I want to go Empoleon is the question. Does he EQ on this? I don't think he does. Does this thing get a pivoting nerf? Acid Armor, Destiny Bond could be an option here. You could just be SD or like set up T-Spikes. You just Gunk Shot. Hephaestus isn't a bad play. Yeah, I think Hephaestus is the middle ground I want to make here. On the off chance he does set up T-Spikes, it's just Gunk Shot. This should do nothing. Don't poison. He's going to get the poison. Shouldn't have said anything. Have I showed him my whole set? I've showed him Spin, Wisp, Scald. I haven't shown him Rocks. So he might still think I have a fire move here. I can just Scald. I will live a hit, I think. Unless he gets a crit. But do I want to get my Rocks up? I'm just thinking I need to keep Vileplume healthy. He's got a little bit of chip, but not enough where it's going to lose to anything. I think rocks are helpful here. He does EQ. I'm going to die to poison. I'm going to get my rocks up. There's a bit of extra chip on everything. And we are going to fall. Do want to have a quick look at our timer after we swap in. I mean, we could go Empoleon here. Get the kill, but then does that bait in? That just baits in the Tracheon, right? I think I do want the extra healing though. I just want a little bit of extra HP on this. I mean, if he reveals speed right now, that's a really good play from him, but I'm just going to Flash Cannon here. He probably goes either Terrakion or Fortress after that. He's definitely not going Hatterene. How much does Vileplume do to Hatterene? Just if we have to. We do outspeed and KO him with a crit that does not matter. We'll do like 70%. So I think that Hatterene is in range of a Sludge Wave from my Vileplume, which is good to know. Do I break a sub with a flip turn on a Terrakion? He's shown me Stone Edge so far, that's it. If he's a Swords on set, we would break a sub. If he's no investment, if he's like 252 HP, we would still break a sub. He'd have to be max HP, max defense to sub up. Support Fortress does nothing to me. Unless it's Body Press. We do like nearly 20. We do like 10% of the flip turn. We do have haste, he knows that. He's really thinking about this decision. He has what, the Fortress. It's the Fortress, which I kind of suspected, which is going to take a little bit of rocks here. Which we should be faster than. And flip turn out. Let me check this. World's fastest Fortress. It would have to be very fast Fortress to outspeed me. I'm just gonna flip turn. And we do see about 10% there. How valuable is Galvantula in this matchup now? I think it's the least valuable piece. If he wants to start hazard stacking, I mean, that's good for him. He wants to body press me. 235 to 166. 35 plus 34. No, it's 34. Yeah, 34 plus 35, 69. Body press. That is not like, it's like got a good amount of defense investment, but it's not max defense. So, Thunder's doing a huge chunk to this. He's doing a huge chunk to everything, so I'm just gonna Thunder here. Stone Edge would kill me. He does withdraws. He's gonna take a huge Thunder on something. Is it the Terrakion? It's the Hatterene. Ooh. Which does take rocks. I think he wants to free swap in, that's what it is. Yeah. We're gonna hit a Thunder. And we are gonna KO this. Okay, so I see his endgame here. He wants to now go Terrakion. We do not see boots. And there was an opportunity for leftovers to come off. If he sword stance, he would not kill me immediately. If he subs, though, that's so bad for me. I'm just going to have to go Empoleon here. I have to sack Empoleon at this point. This is such a tough match. This is so close. Does he hit me with a rock move? He does Stone Edge me. He's going to get... Was that a crit? That was what? 137 down to 129? So that was what? 108 from a Stone Edge. That looks adamant to me. Wait, no. Yeah, that looks like a roll from adamant. I mean, a slow flip turn here doesn't hurt anyone. Flash Cannon would chunk him if he allows me to live. But I'm going to flip turn here. He does Stone Edge again. Okay. He is not banded. That's the important thing here. He could easily be Scarfed. That's the thing. And how much does Scarf do to me? To my Vileplume. That's doing 40 to 47. It's so tough because I have no way to hit this fortress. I mean, it seems like such an easy swap in. I have to make a prediction here, I think. Does he go into his fortress? And if so, do I lose? Because what happens? I strength sap, he doesn't get a drop. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna strength sap. Maybe it's the wrong play. Maybe it isn't. He does Stone Edge. Okay, so it's the right play. Down to 177. We got our Citrus, and we're gonna put this thing at -1. He does predict. Okay, beautiful. Maybe I should have Toxic there. I mean, Garganacls is easily still dying to the Stone Edge. I'm gonna click Toxic. He does withdraw. Good play. This thing is chipped. I'm just gonna Giga Drain here because does he beat me here? Like, I'm doing no damage, but he's not losing his attack stat. He has Ice Spinner. Okay, let's see this. Down to 230. So he does 124 to me. Okay, so this looks like max attack, maybe. Ice Spin. Oh wait, that's my Galvantula, like, into my Vileplume. That is still 124. So there's attack investment on this, which I'm pretty sure I established way earlier. I'm gonna strength sap once. I think he might go for a prediction play here. Obviously, we know he's Claire Amulet, which is really, really good bring from him, I think. He's just gonna Ice Spinner spam. How much does this Ice Spinner do? It's doing about 100 to me. Which means I can live it, but then can I then kill it off? Is the only question. I think I have to make the aggressive double. I think that's my only play. He's got what? Spikes. He Ice Spinners again. Yeah, it does do about 107 there. So yeah, he has about like 200 special attack. Thunder should theoretically absolutely chunk this, though, is the question. I have to hit a Thunder here. Let's see. This might have been a silly play. I might just lose to, yeah, Terrakion. Yeah, I might have just thrown. I should have ult switched, I think. Well, he's not choice banded. But he's going to take rocks again. Maybe I get the 10% para. This could be a speed tie here, that's the thing. Because he could start Stone Edging. Should have ult switched. Ah. I might have to bank on a miss on Stone Edge. That might be my play. He hits 1. Does he hit 2? He hits 2, and I think I lose the game. If he's scarfed, I lose. Unless he misses. I mean, I click Volt Switch here, right? Or do I? No, I don't. I click Thunder. Does he miss? Is he scarfed? Let's find out. Is this a speed tie? This could very easily be a speed tie. This could be a 50-50 to win. And if he's scarfed, then it's only 20% chance I win off a miss of Stone Edge. The fact that he didn't immediately click it makes me think he might not be scarfed. If he's not max speed, then he doesn't outspeed me. He is just scarfed and wins. Yeah, 2-0. Good game. GG. I mean, it's a very tough loss to have. Hitting like 5 Stone Edges. I was really hoping for either miss or I don't know. I have to check if he's scarfed. If he's not scarfed, then that's just really unfortunate for me. But we take another 2-0 loss. That's 3 losses in a row now. But still, I think even though we lost, we played really, really well. The team was really, really good. We should have Volt switched that turn. Maybe that's the throw on my half. It probably is a throw on my half. But then he probably just goes Fortress and becomes the Mind Games again. So it wouldn't have been a definite win. But yeah, it wouldn't have put him in commanding position to win. Yeah. But anyway, GG's to ThatCommonBoi. He played really well. I'm gonna go talk to him because I really want to know if that was scarfed or not. But yeah, I'll see you all next week for week 6 where we play Big Will.